This is a step-by-step video tutorial on how to make this crocheted pie container. I'm going to show you how to make this traditional cherry, apple, blueberry pie with the webbing or net on top, crust on top. And then I'm also going to show you how to make a pumpkin pie with a little bit of whipped cream on top. So all you're going to need is 4 medium weight yarn. I'll link the exact colors that I use in the link in my description. You'll need some sort of container. This pattern can be adapted to any type of container. I'll let you know what container I'm using, but really you could use any container. It's a really simple pattern that can easily be adapted. You'll also need a 5mm crochet hook, a hot glue gun and some glue sticks, some scissors, and that's pretty much it. So we'll get started. To make the filling of the pie, you'll take whatever color you want. This is going to be for a pumpkin pie, so I'm using orange, but I also am using reddish for more of like an apple pie. You could use blue, more of a purple, whatever you want. And it'll depend upon how big your lid is. If you're using the lid that I'm using, I'll tell you how many rows it is in the written pattern, but otherwise it's pretty straightforward. You're going to make a magic circle and then chain up 1, and then make 5 single crochet into the magic circle. And then pull the loop close. So this is round 1. Now you're going to increase and do 2 single crochet in each stitch going all the way around. And then by the end of round 2, you're left with 10. So each row is going to go up an interval of 5. So as you go, each round will go up an interval of 5. So first you start with 5, 10, next one is 15. So you'll make a single crochet in the first stitch, and then 2 single crochet in the next. So you increase now in every other stitch, so you end up with 15. Okay, and then next you're going to go up to 20 single crochet in the round. So you'll do 2 single crochets and then increase in the next one in the 4th stitch. And you'll keep going around because 4, you're doing 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll do that 5 times, so you'll get 20. And then for the next round, you'll increase in every 4th stitch. So that's 6 stitches, and you'll do that 5 times. So you end up with, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You do that 5 times, you get 25. And you can then keep going like that all the way around until it gets bigger, 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 bigger. And you're just going to go all the way to the end of the lid here. So you keep going around in a circle. I'll have this written out in the written pattern as well, but everyone's pie container will probably be a little bit smaller or bigger. So you just want to keep going and measuring as you go until you get the perfect size for your specific container. Now that I'm done with the pie filling, for this container, I did 16 rows, which 16 times 5, because I had started with 5 single crochet, is 80 single crochet. So for my container, it was 80 single crochet all the way around, and you can see it just basically takes me to the end of the of the container. So now I'm going to take brown, which is the color of the pie crust, and I'm going to insert into any stitch of the filling. I'll bring it over here, and I'm going to single crochet evenly all the way around the pie filling. So I have just going to single crochet all the way around, no increases. I'm just tucking the tail in as I go when I first start, but otherwise just going to single crochet evenly going all the way around, so counting to 80 single crochet. Now that I'm done doing the trim of the crust, I'm going to finish the crust by chaining up 3, and I'm going to make 5 triple crochet in each stitch going all the way around. So here's an example. I did the first 2 with 5 triple crochet in each stitch, and what starts to happen is it starts to fold like this. So by the time you go all the way around, you have this nice curved crust going all the way around. So 5 triple crochet in each stitch going all the way around to finish out the crust. Once you're done with doing 5 triple crochet in each stitch going around, it should look like this, so kind of ruffled ends like a pie crust would be. And to finish, you can just slip stitch into the first chain 3 and then yarn over and finish off. Cut the tail and then weave the ends through. And then cut that. And now you're done with the pie crust going all the way around. For the side of this container, I'm going to chain 12 and then yarn over and make a half double crochet in the 3rd chain from the hook, and then make a half double crochet in the rest of the chain, so you end up with 10 half double crochet, but this could be longer or shorter depending upon the size of your container. So I'll just show you, go all the way to the end, take the tail, tuck it in, keep going. And then you'll chain up 2 for row 2, and then for the rest of the rows for the rest of the crust, you're going to half double crochet in the back loops only. So every time you insert the hook for the rest of the crust, you'll enter in that back loop. And then keep doing that, going all the way down until you have a nice long crust like this. And I just kept going and measuring until it kind of perfectly fit, and I'm just kind of pulling it snug against the container. And what I'm going to do now is glue it. You could sew it. You could just sew it and then slip it on. That actually might look nice because then you won't see the glue on the inside, but I'm not too worried about that. So I'm going to glue it. So we'll start just gluing. Let's go like this. So we'll start there and press it down. And so the only downside is you'll be able to see the glue, but it's not that aggressive. And then just glue the piece going all the way around until you connect it on this side. And then you're done. In this part of the tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make the kind of basket webbing for the top of the pie. And then for the next part, I'll show you how to make icing if you're doing the pumpkin pie. So stick around if you want to learn how to make that webbing for the top. So essentially, you're going to want to make different pieces of just a chain with double crochet. You're going to want to make 2 really long ones, that go in an X right across the center, and then 4 basically like mid-length ones that get placed next to the X, and then you're going to want to make 4 smaller ones that get placed on the side. And I'll show you how to glue those. I'm going to show you how to make the smaller one because I have one still left to make. So the longest ones for the size pie that I'm making, you'll chain 26 and then do 24 double crochet. For the mid-level ones, you'll chain 22 and then do 20 double crochet. And I'm going to show you how to do the last one, which is going to be chain 14, sorry, with 12 double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So this is what you'll do for each of these. It just depends upon the length. So yarn over and make a double crochet in the 3rd chain from the hook, and then you'll keep going all the way down the chain until you have 12 double crochet. Now, if you're not making the same exact size pie as me, all you'll need to do is you'll make a chain for however long you want to make it. So you start off with the middle piece, and you basically just make a chain and measure how long it's going to take to get to the other side. Once you have that perfect length, just add 2 chains and then double crochet across. You might need to experiment. You can stretch it out if you don't make it the exact length you want, but it's pretty simple to figure out the webbing. And next I'm going to show you how to place it on and glue it. Okay, so to place the webbing, I'm going to be doing hot glue. So in order for it to look stitched, I'm just going to be doing gluing half of the pieces down at a time. So we'll start with this one. Just put 1 ring of glue and put it right along the center line. So now this piece is glued down and this is not. And then I'll do the same thing for the other one. I'll glue just half of it down. It's not going to look perfect, like perfect webbing. If you wanted to figure out how to do it perfectly, you could. You could also sew the pieces down if you didn't want to glue it, but this is so much quicker. Okay. So now I'm going to take one of the mid ones and I'm going to glue it on this half. So I'm just going to kind of wing it here in terms of what pieces I glue and what pieces get weaved under which. So this went over. So now this next one I'm going to put under here. So let's glue it on top. Okay, and then this will be glued on top. So I probably will glue that piece down now. Okay, and then I'll take another one of the mid-length ones and I'll go on top of these 2, but under this one. So that's basically all I'm doing, is I'm just trying to like weave them the best I can. Same thing, this one will go on top and bottom. Again, it's not going to be perfect weaving, but just so you get the idea that it's all kind of crisscrossing under. So I'm just going to keep going like that until all the pieces are glued. For the icing that will go in the center of the pumpkin pie version, you'll take white and a 5mm hook and then chain 26. Make 3 half double crochet in the 3rd chain from the hook. and then repeat that going all the way across. So in each stitch going across, you'll make 3 half double crochet, and eventually it's going to start to curl, and keep curling all the way around until you have a little blob of whipped cream or icing. Once you're done doing 3 half double crochet in each stitch, I just finished off, and you end up with this coil here. And I'm just going to spread out the bottom pieces and just kind of make it look so it's not like an absolute perfect coil on top. Like I want it to look a little more natural. So I think that looks good. So I'm just going to take some hot glue and glue the bottom on. And then you can go through and just glue any of the other pieces down. Okay, and then that's your little dollop of whipped cream on top. And now you're done with the pumpkin pie version. Now I'm going to show you how to put the top of the pie to the lid of the container. Pretty self-explanatory, except for that I'm going to put a little bit of fiber fill, but if you had scrap yarn, you're just going to lay it on top. And all that is going to do is just kind of create a little bit of a dome effect, so it's not super flat and kind of concaved in the middle, but it kind of has that nice kind of pie, doming pie effect. So you're just going to put the fiber fill in between the lid and the work, and then just glue along the rim of the container here. If you wanted to actually glue on the top here, you can as well. Just kind of add some glue to the top and then place it down and press it. Okay, and then you just kind of step by step here, just going to add some glue and then press the work down and just go all the way around the container, just adding in glue and pressing it all the way down, and then going back through and making sure that you didn't miss any spots as you go around. Okay, so now you know how to make both of the different tops for this pie, and you know how to make the bottom container. And this pattern can be adapted to any container that you have. So if you want to check out more details about the written pattern, head to the link in my description. That'll take you to my blog post, which will have all the materials and the written pattern over there. And make sure to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and let me know in the comments what you'd like to see next. I hope you really like this pattern.